The casting method will depend on the article and quantities to be produced. SATEC can supply a vast supply of machines to satisfy any customer need. For example, low-pressure mechanized casting benches. Depending on the article made, 5 models are available. Model BCL for sinks, pedestals, cisterns, any thickness, cistern lids and accessories. Production rate of 70 to 100 pieces per worker for sinks and up to 350 pieces for accessories. The sink casting bench is also available in a PCO version with horizontal breakout. This is needed to remove extra large sinks or particularly complex shapes. Model BCC to cast defined thickness cisterns with a productivity of 120 pieces per worker. Thanks to its simple design, given the right circumstances, this bench can be used for 2 successive castings without a dryer. Model BAV8 to cast toilets, also single piece, and bidets. This model is more costly, but can be used for any type of toilet and for higher productivity, up to 48 to 54 pieces per worker, using a simple and low-cost mold. As an alternative, SATEC offers its BVV vertical toilet and bidet casting bench. With this bench, similar to the BCL, production levels of 32 to 40 pieces per worker can be achieved with a low investment. Model BSO to cast shower bases in fire clay and other large size items. Production can reach 100 pieces per worker. It is equipped with a hydraulically powered breaking out device that also loads the pieces onto the holding trucks. Model BAV16 for multiple toilet, also single piece, and bidet casting. SATEC has designed this new bench to answer the need for continuous casting, while guaranteeing the customer the utmost in technical simplicity, total flexibility with minimum investment. The BAV16 is based on specific search into problems of drying the 2 parts of a toilet or bidet mold. This bench uses ordinary plaster molds but has 2 top and 2 bottom sections for every set of mold side elements. Simply by switching these parts, 2 successive castings can be made. The bench is modular with 8 molds per module. An ideal configuration would be 3 modules in line for a total of 24 molds. Operation is fully automatic with insert, if used, removal as the only manual requirement. All cycle stages are done at the same time on all molds. This reduces dead time to a minimum and optimizes a productivity of 24 pieces per casting. A mold dryer can be installed on the bench, and with this, daily production can be increased to 4 castings per day. The main advantages of the BAV16 over other casting benches found on the market are very high production flexibility, since it can handle different molds. Lower mold forming cost, because mold adaptation to the bench requires very little work. Low cost of the molds, they are made from normal plaster. Casting method and position, exactly as with manual casting. Simple design to facilitate operation and maintenance. Model MP15 medium pressure casting bench. The MP15 is perfect for casting articles requiring two-piece molds such as sinks, pedestals, cisterns, accessories and cistern lids. These benches use molds in special plaster or resin. Inside the mold there are a series of tubes used to create a vacuum or pump in compressed air during the different casting stages. The casting cycle is 45 to 65 minutes depending on the type of mold, the kind of slip and the pressure used in casting. The molds do not require drying, since the force driving the water from the slip into the mold is no longer the capillary action of the plaster but the air pressure used to pump the slip into the mold. Casting can be continuous even for 3 shifts per day with 5 to 7 castings per shift. With a 15 mold bench, for example, production can be up to 105 pieces per shift. The semi-finished pieces must be dried, and this operation requires the use of various drying machines. One of the most functional is the modular Model EP intermittent chamber dryer, hallmarked by low operating costs and adaptability to customer space restrictions. The items to be dried are loaded onto special carts and placed in the drying chamber, where